Right, Year 5, I thought I'd read you the model writing for your English this week, the letter from Liam's mum to Liam. I think Liam's mum, we infer a little bit that she's a nice mum, she's understanding, she worries about Liam a little bit. Maybe Dad's a bit more strict. Listen to this letter, see if you can sort of get the tone of mum's writing. And in your writing, you could just decide, make sure you make your mind up. Shall I sound like mum, or shall I sound like maybe someone who's a bit more strict? All right, I'll read it for you. You can follow along on the slide if you've got it as well. To my mummy's little soldier. Your dad and I are very worried about you at the moment. Honestly, I can't cope with my precious boy getting into any more trouble. Please don't keep allowing people to make misconceptions about your age. Put them straight immediately. Believe me, it's not that great being an adult. Make the most of being a child. I almost had an heart attack when I found out you'd tried to drive a Porsche. I'm not sure your dad will ever recover from the shock. Don't you know how dangerous that could have been? Please stop doing these terrifying things, Liam. Are you lonely, darling? Dad and I think you do all these heart-stopping things to try and impress other children, like Florida, but that's not the way to make real friends, visible friends. Your dad and I have this advice for you, and we think, if you listen, it will help you a great deal. First of all, just ignore the children on the playground who tease you about your size. If you do, they'll get fed up and start teasing someone else. Try and join in with other children's playground games. Who knows? You might even enjoy yourself. If you really like that Florida girl, who I'm not sure about yet, play with her. Maybe you could join some after-school clubs, rugby, cricket or football. Your dad would love to come watch you in a match, and you can't beat a team game, Liam. You can always confide in us, any time. Remember, there's more to life than World of Warcraft, and visible friends are so much better than virtual ones. Love and hugs. Mum. P.S. Please stop growing, darling. I can't bear it. I hope you enjoyed my attempt at a Liverpudlian accent for Liam's mother. As I was reading there, I was spotting a few other little techniques we've learnt this year. Some dashes, some brackets I could see in there. A colon with a list in front of it. Oh, what else could I see? Oh, some inverted commas, like for heart attack, heart stopping, because they're kind of like figurative language, aren't they? They're play on words. She didn't really get a heart attack from Liam. It's a bit of a figure of speech, isn't it? So that's where you might use some inverted commas. Don't forget all of those writing techniques. I'd love to see maybe some brackets. Oh, I can see an ellipsis there, a bit of a range of punctuation, a question mark, exclamation mark maybe. But also just think about Liam's mum's tone in that letter. It's very understanding. It's very, talk to us, we understand you're going through things. This might work. Remember, Liam might just read this and go, I'm not going to bother listening to that. Why should I? Maybe Dad says, look, you do it this way. You've got to stop. You've got to make a change. You will change. Maybe you could have sort of two paragraphs, one with mum, one with dad, so actually the message hits home a little bit more. Just think about the best way possible to persuade Liam to change his ways and start being a little bit more sensible.